I don't know. Hopefully, I heard that. But this is 100 Simple Life Truths. This is episode 71. It's called You. Are you into it to give or receive? Are you in it to give or to receive? It is September 27th. It is 3:40 p.m. And yeah, I hate iPhones. I hate with a passion iPhones, man. I just gotta not I just gotta I had a this is my first iPhone I ever had, and the storage quality is trash. So I probably gotta speed this up because I don't know what the storage situation is with this phone. It's quite annoying. Other than that, life is good. Life is great, and sometimes I sit back and wonder, like, is it true? Is it true? Because I feel great. I feel abundant, and even though you go through things, right? Life is still good. Life presently is good. I had a rough morning, um, but life is good. I still got my bearings. I still got things that I want to accomplish, things that I'm setting out to do over the next couple days that I will accomplish. And how can I be mad? How can I complain? I'm alive. I'm living. I'm blessed. I'm breathing. School is going well. Everything is good. Everything is good. I hope y'all enjoying this series. I'm on episode 71, which means I have less than 30 episodes to go. I feel like the first 30 episodes was they kind of flew by. The first 30 episodes kind of flew by. So the rest of this is probably gonna fly by. If I drop one a day for a month, I'm done. If I drop one a day for a month, I'm done. Right? I think I missed the last 2 days, if I'm not mistaken, or the last day. I know I didn't record yesterday, but I think I missed the last 2 days. But either way, if I record one a day, I'm done. If I don't record one a day, I still have more than 90 days left in a year, so I could do one every 3 days if I wanted to. Anyway, let's get into it. Are you in it to give or receive? He says I don't know who they are, say relationships need to be give and take. The relationships we over kick ourselves over are the ones we feel we gave too much to and received too little from. Hmm, I can say that, yeah. When people evaluate their relation, and that doesn't even go for just romantic relationships, that goes with relationships you have with anybody, any type of relationship that you have. It could even be relationship with friends, family, co-workers, whatever the case may be, and it could be your relationship with yourself. Are you giving yourself enough? Are you taking enough? Are you taking too much from yourself and giving to others? Yeah, it could go for any relationship. Some When people evaluate their relationships, they talk about what they're looking for, almost as if they're posting a job ad or something. They list requirements and priorities, hoping to find a match. The mindset is focused on what they want more than what they have to give. Yeah, if you don't have nothing to give, you shouldn't be asking for something from someone else. Like if you don't have something to give to one particular person, you shouldn't be asking from that one particular person anything. Just shouldn't, because like you said in the beginning, relationships are give and take, right? No one wants to be in a one-sided relationship, and you don't want to feel like you're. Me personally, I don't want to feel like I'm taking from someone that I can't give back to. The culture of consumerism and entitlement that we've been exposed to have definitely encouraged the get yours mentality that is weakening the foundation of relationships we have with each other. It appears more difficult for people now to function as a unit because once a member's needs aren't being met, they skate away, which is true. Which is true. Sorry. This culture can encourage people to replace instead of repair. Replace instead of repair. That repair is tough, and in context, right? Repairing something that's broken and damaged, it may hurt, right? But you have to look at the end game. You have to look at the end result of that pain and suffering, which is kind of what the quote is as well, but it's in a different variation of basically the pain that you're going through is just part of the process. So when you break a cup, right, when the glass breaks on the floor and you go to pick it up and start fixing it, you're gonna get those cuts. You're gonna need bandages afterwards, but after time those heal and you still have the cup, right? The cup may not be perfect though. The cup will never be perfect. So now you have to evaluate. Damn, I just messed myself up. Now you have to evaluate if it's worth fixing that cup because you're not going to be able to get all the pieces because it's going to shatter into a million pieces, and some of the pieces you won't even be able to see. Some of the damage you're not even going to be able to see until you put it back together and realize, okay, this is still damaged, or it was perfect before, but when it fell, it broke, and now I'm putting it back together, hoping it can be whole again. But by the time I put it back together, it won't be whole because it's still missing those little shards, right? And mm, yeah, yeah, that one kind of went left, but it went right because it makes sense. Instead of listing the things you're looking for, I hope it made sense to you guys. Comment below. I promise you, I despise iPhone. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I knew it was gonna cut off. I knew it. I'm gonna see where I left off at. He said, instead of listing the things you're looking for, list the things you're willing to give, not on the condition of getting anything in return. So instead of going into a relationship, I had to check the mic. Instead of going into a relationship saying, "Oh, I want somebody that's gonna cook, clean, and motivate me," whatever the case may be, right? Say you want to go into a relationship and you want to do those things for someone, right? You want to be able to give more than you receive, because the more you give, the more you can receive if you're with the right person that also wants to give, right? I ain't gonna lie, this episode might be a wash, man. That pissed me off. I had to delete some things, but everything's already saved onto my laptop, so I'm good in that aspect. I have no idea where my MacBook is at. I have no idea where my MacBook is at. I have to. Oh, it's literally sitting right there. I should charge it. I should charge it while I'm here. The MacBook, and then I have. Let me see if I can turn this around a little bit for you guys. I have my Asus. This is my little recording spot for people that want to know. I do be watching home tours when I be recording these videos, so that's why I'll be looking at I'll be looking at my computer. But it's my Asus, the 2-screen John. I don't know if it's gonna show right. Little 2-screen laptop that I use watching a home tour, and yeah. Then the rest of my studio, I have my little setup. I record, do my pictures and stuff like that. My little pictures that I recorded. I mean, pictures that I painted and stuff of that nature. So yeah, and then I plop this up right here. Episode 71, man. A little look into my life, right? I'm so mad. I'm so mad that it stopped recording in the middle of the freaking episode. But we gotta fly the plane as we build it. We gotta build the plane as we fly it. Charge this MacBook so I can start syncing my photos and stuff here. So when I delete it, I guess I gotta keep deleting photos now because I need to record, right? And deleting the recordings, I guess. So let's get back into it. I apologize for the digression. We digress. But we're here. So he says, give for the sake of giving. There's no competition or obstacle when you want to share, only when you want to take for yourself. Correct. You when you're greedy, you become in competition, and you want to see how much you can get out of things. But when you're willing to give and not really care about, not necessarily don't care, but not really focus on what you're getting out of the situation, but you should get something out of the situation. It just shouldn't be your primary focus. That's when competition breeds, and healthy competition is to outdo each other in giving, right? Outdo each other in abundance and life, whatever. Shout out to my St. Louis Blues. I'm digressed today. Everything is a little digressed. Um, There are individuals who were once in your life who are no longer around, correct? But I know they're in a better situation now. Those better situations don't have beards like mine, but those situations fit the priorities they have much better than the guy like me ever could. I genuinely care for them, and I'm happy that they've been able to move to a situation that's better suited for them. Correct. Correct, 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 correct. I hold no ill malice personally to anybody that has been in my life and who's not in my life right now, because it's not about me or them. Well, it is about me and them, but it's more about finding each person finding what's best for them. And if you come to the conclusion that you two are not best for each other, hey, I still wish you well. I still want you to find your happiness, right? Because I'm gonna go find my happiness, and I hope you wish me well in return. There's an abundance of people in my life I can give and care little about receiving anything from them in return. We all have them, and not only get determined, and not I not only get to determine who those people are, I get to determine what I'm willing to share and invest in them. It's okay to say no, and contrary to what people tell you, it's completely fine, if not recommended, to put yourself first. Love doesn't hurt people, people hurt people. Yeah, 100%. Love doesn't hurt people, people hurt people. And I also believe that, yeah, set boundaries and know when to say no. Like, and it sucks sometimes when you feel like you have genuine people in your life and you say yes to them all the time. Yes, 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 yes. Take, 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 give, right? Giving to them and they're taking from you. And the one time you say no, or the one time you gotta hold your boundaries, and it may not even be that you just don't want to give it to them. You might really not have the capacity to give them what they asking for. You might genuinely just not have the capacity, right? And you say no, or you say, "Hey, I can't do it," da 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 da. It becomes an issue, it becomes a problem. That's why when you live in a situation, when you in a situation where giving is the goal, people are less likely to ask because you're gonna already give it to them, right? Not to say they never will, but it is what it is. Ask yourself why you're in a relationship, why you're in the relationship you're in. Single. If you place expectations on the other person, you've already set a situation where disappointment can run rampant. Yeah, yeah. When you expect certain things, when you expect you from them, that's when you're gonna get disappointed. You can never expect people to give you what you're willing to give them, right? And when they do, cool, but you gotta manage your expectations. We're on episode 71. I'm pretty sure I've said this at least 20 times by now, right? So manage your expectations and don't let yourself end up disappointed. Don't let yourself end up disappointed. Simple as that. Um, People are human. They will make mistakes and have change of hearts. That's a promise. It's not fair to put that pressure on them, and you definitely do not want them to pressure on yourself. You definitely don't not want that pressure on yourself. Freaking cut my hand. If you want to put your energy and effort into something and expect something in return, focus on projects and problems that need to be solved. Those outcomes depend solely on the energy you give them. Correct. Correct, 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 correct. All the things you're looking to receive from someone else, you can give to yourself, especially love. You got to be your own best friend. You got to be your number one best friend, your number one priority, because you can let yourself down, but you shouldn't. You should always go full force and give 100% to everything that you need for yourself, right? You'll have so much, and you'll have you'll have so much, and you'll have no choice but to find people to share it with. So he's saying when you give to yourself, when you love yourself, when you put yourself first, you'll have so much that you'll have no choice but to find other people to share it with. Because you're going to be living a life of abundance, and a life of abundance is a life worth living. Every life is worth living, but when you have a life full of when you're prospering and life is just good, you want to give that to other people. You You want other people to feel that, to experience that. So you give, you give, you give, and you find people that's genuine, people that genuinely deserve it. Right? You don't just give to people just because for the sake of giving. You have to use your discernment. Right? I think that's it. I apologize for this episode being all over the place. I have an iPhone. I already knew I've been having storage issues with this phone over the last like 3-4 days, man. I've been trying to get the storage and figuring things out for the last literally 3-4 days. So everything is set now. I gotta chop this up because I gotta put two parts together now, and it's gonna look weird, feel weird. I gave y'all a little room tour of my little home studio where I record at. Um, yeah, and I appreciate y'all for sticking through it and not giving up. I appreciate y'all for staying on me about dropping these episodes. I appreciate everybody that watches. I appreciate everybody that likes, comments, subscribe, and there's more to come. Trust me. After this, after these next 29 episodes that I'm gonna drop, I got something special. I got something real special coming through, and I hope y'all stick around. My subscriber count is going up. It's been going up, and I appreciate everybody that's been here. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end this episode. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get it out to you guys in a timely fashion, and all love.